Hello everyone, welcome all, and welcome back to some more Dakota Collegiate Rocket League, or DCRL as we like to call it, because it is a very long name and it's sometimes hard to say, but we are back for some more Division A action. We've got some back-to-back games tonight. I'm going to be your host, K-Tool, and joining me for the first time on the desk is going to be Watermelon.
How's it going? It's been a long-anticipated journey to get to this very point, so we're here.
It has. I was going to say, Watermelon, why don't you tell them, give like a 2 seconds of who you are, where you're from.
My name is Watermelon, or Alex. I'm from Fargo. I play for the Concordia Rocket League team. It's really not like that. Wada Esports is rolling through Div C, so
good. like to
I
hear.
got to say.
No. I like to hear. But yeah, like I said, you talked about you're in Div C, but tonight it's going to be all about Div A. We've got some interesting matches. Our first match, which I'm not sure if I don't know if hype is the right word, but Lorem Ipsum versus Big Brain are two teams that are completely winless on the season for now. But by the time we are done with the first stage, we will have one team that will finally taste their first glimpse of victory. So very excited to finally give a team a win. Some of us don't quite know what that's like yet, but fingers crossed. But anyways, we will swap over and start looking at some of these stats of these teams. Starting off with the Div A standings, of course, you will see Lorem Ipsum and Big Brain on very close to the bottom, both sitting at an 0-4 record. And across the board, the only thing that any of these teams are actually leading in Big Brain, which is the 4 saves, which, yeah, they are leading the league, but it also means they're on defense a lot. So going to be a little tricky. But what other stats, I'm curious, Lorem Ipsum and Big Brain are kind of standing out to you that you're really going to be looking forward to tonight?
I said they're both very low-scoring teams. Obviously, with the high save percentage, they're both conceding a lot of shots. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the offense is going to be with the two low offensive teams, being that they're both not producing a lot of goals. So they look like they're very defensive forward teams, maybe because they have to be, just because they are at that winless point. But I'm very interested to see how they play going through, being they're both very low offense.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a tough series for sure. I'll pull up the stats. We'll start looking at Big Brain. And one of the most interesting things is Z-Wills is the most demoed person in the entire league, which is kind of a stat you don't really think about. Maybe that's just, him just not, having maybe the best awareness on the field, or if he just kind of accepts it and says, yep, I'm going to get demoed here. But across the board, the number one thing I'm looking at is the goals. Not a single one of them with more than a 0.6 goals per game. So specifically offensive-wise, I mean, well, granted, there's a reason they're 0-4 right now, but shooting and scoring-wise, they're all pretty similar across the board.
Yeah, they're very, very, very close in shots, goals, assists. I mean, they're very, very consistent as a team. There's not really one person that's sticking out more as to getting a lot more shots. Obviously, Z-Wales is picking up a couple more shots than his teammates, but his shooting percentage is lower than his teammates because of that. So where that's going to come into play.
When is E-Girl Respecters going to win?
Trey, to answer your question, I'm facing Lorem Ipsum actually this week. So there's a chance. And then next week I face Big Brain. So there's a chance it'll happen. So hopefully very soon. But swapping over
you are looking for your first win.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for pointing that out. But swapping over stats then, we're going to be looking at that Lorem Ipsum team which I talked about, and across the board, kind of one of the biggest things right off the bat is failure, getting a 0.19 goals per game. So this man is going more than 5 games on average out scoring a single goal, which, again, there's a reason that they're sitting 0-4 right now. So it's going to be really tough.
I mean, yeah, he is very low in the goal percentage, but he also has a higher percentage of assists compared to his teammates there. So, I mean, maybe he is their setup guy, but it would be nice to watch him varied tonight as well.
Yeah. Other stats I'm kind of looking out for is the assists. Obviously, like you said, he's doing pretty good in assists. Demoed, no one's going to be as high. No one leading in any of these stats. So it is going to be interesting. Monked D10 is starting off early with a give me an insult. And all I know is that Monkey, he got in here in like literally the first 30 seconds and started causing chaos. So I don't know if his entire goal is to cause chaos right now, but he's doing a good job of just making sure everyone's being a little tricky in chat. But any other stats sticking out for you?
Demos per game, and no failures almost at 2 demos per game. So that could be a big factor. I know they look like they have a decent amount of demos per game going for them. I think that demo game might play a big role in getting the first win tonight as well. So let's see. I guess we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. A couple of things we're looking forward to is the predictions. Right now, there are 6 minutes left in those predictions, so make sure you guys are going through and actually voting. So far, Bison Buck wise, it is 64% in favor of Big Brain, but number wise, it's actually 8-6 in favor of Lorem Ipsum. So make sure you guys are getting your predictions in chat and also in, obviously spending your Bison Bucks. But I'm curious, who do you guys think is actually going to be winning this one tonight? So now, of course, got to ask you, who do you think is going to be taking it? Give me your game score, and what do you think is going to make them actually have the edge tonight?
This is obviously a tough game to call because we do not have a team with a win tonight. But that being said, I typically like to take the underdog. Last time I was looking at the predictions, it looked like Lorem Ipsum is the underdog in the predictions. That's where I'm going to have to put my money on tonight.
All right. I respect it. I personally think Big Brain's going to take it. Honestly, I don't have like a real good reason. I mean, both stats, as you saw, they're not pretty. There's a reason they're sitting 0-4. But you know what? I have some faith in Big Brain because that's just a Big Brain play. And you know what? When I did the exclamation mark IQ in chat, which gives you your IQ, I got a 2. So have fun, everyone who voted with me. It was not good. So but yeah, exclamation point, IQ if you guys want to see how smart you guys are in chat. But we're just making sure all the players are ready to go, and then we're going to be getting into this match. But one thing I do want to ask you is, do you have a specific MVP? Because I know you've watched a ton of Div A games. You've been grinding out the hours, watching all the VODs and stuff. Who's going to be your MVP that's going to stand out tonight, you think?
So you really put me on the spot here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm calling you out big time.
Because between my Div C, Concordia Rocket League, and homework, I don't have a lot of time. But I'm an underdog guy. I want Failure to take tonight's MVP position in this match. I'd like to see him put up a couple goals per game, maybe just carry the team a little bit. That's what I'd like to see coming out of the Lorem Ipsum team. I'd like to see Failure absolutely carry and turn on that switch that he's probably been just waiting to turn on all season.
Honestly, I'm looking at Simi, who he is stupidly good. Like he sits at GC2 in the 2s and 3s all the time. But for whatever reason in this DCRL league, he just can't get it going. He can't find the back of the net. One of the most consistently mechanical people you will ever see. It is ridiculous how good he can be, but just struggling. I mean, there's no other way to put it besides just struggling. But as he might struggle, we have a new chance tonight. As we got Belaski coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate the tier 1 sub, my good sir. But we are finally going to be ready to get into this match here. Match is underway. I'm going to go Big Brain in 5, I think is taking it. Appreciate everyone who has tuned in. I am ready for tonight's game, and hopefully you are as well. I
got Lorem Ipsum in 4. I'm going to be honest here.
All right. I like it. Let us swap over, and of course, Leffy left the call, and of course, the cams will be a little messed up, so I will fix it right away. But we are finally getting going in this game to see who is finally going to get their first win of the season. As we see now, we got Simi taking this one, looking for a shot early. He's going to be getting the 100 boost, going to actually be turning on this one, not getting the best touch here is Little Man coming forward. Little Man, I will say the last time I casted him, was the most impressive person on the field for me. Couldn't quite get the win, obviously, as they're still sitting winless, but Little Man is another person I really, really want to see step up tonight.
Obviously, yeah, like I said, I don't watch a lot of Div 8, but I'm just kind of looking for anybody to step up. Like you said, we've seen the stats, and there's not really been many stand-up players in each team, so hopefully we see just somebody take that leadership position role and either start setting people up or burying some in the back of the net. That'd be huge tonight for either team.
Yeah, definitely huge is kind of an understatement. Obviously, like I said, both these teams are, in fact, looking for their first win. Just looking for something, because it has been rough. There's no other way to put it besides these teams have struggled. So here's hoping they'll actually get it going. Obviously, we got a decently long season, but not too many games left as they have 2 more games after this one. And we are still waiting for the first team to get a goal tonight. As we see Leffy popping in over 1. Can he get it around another? Getting a good dunk on Failure. Is anyone there to finish it up? Little Man's with a shot, but going to be going off the sidewall here. Now, Z-Well's looking for an angle. A little bit of a tricky one. Now, Leffy going to be getting a chance here. The net's actually open for a second, but Failure's going to beat him to it. And just kind of but a back and forth game one, just kind of feeling each team out.
Yeah, definitely. I know Failure got one of the demos early on. I'd like to see him continue that, pick up some quality demos to set his team up, you know, maybe something will happen here.
We have just ended predictions, and Simi is going to take it, actually. I started off, saying that Simi, just can't seem to find the back of the net, and Little Man getting a miss, and you know what? Simi, he's just going to toss that one in, but Z-Wills, again, opportunity on the goal line.
Like I'm saying, Lorem, Ipsum, and 4. Failure, got that demo, set up that goal. Maybe not exactly, but...
It's close enough. I just ended predictions, and we had, in fact, Lorem Ipsum losing 46% of the votes as Big Brain to take as far as the Bison votes, but voting-wise, number of people... 11-7 in Lorem Ipsum's favor. So we got a lot of faith in people, and we're seeing shots like this. Someone's got to finish this off. And Simi, starting it off, he might be looking to farm some goals here tonight.
Yeah, no, already starting off with 2 back-to-back goals right away. I think that sets a big statement for how this series is going to go.
I like it. I like it. As we got a 2-0 lead starting off early for Lorem Ipsum. Not honestly what I expected. Like I said, I'm expecting just kind of a back-and-forth battle of these teams who, again, are winless, just trying to get something going this season. As we're going to see Little Man trying to get a center here, but Failure should have good control of this one. Lefty actually getting a good dunk on this one. Simi now up early. He loves to go for these aerial plays. He is extremely good in the air, extremely dangerous in the air. So we'll see who is going to be taking this one. As we see Failure getting demoed on the wall. Now Lefty taking action to this one. Just over halfway, as we're going to see more people coming in. Echo Snow, appreciate the Prime sub, my good sir. Hopefully you are enjoying the content here, as now we officially are halfway, and so far it's been all Lorem Ipsum.
Very much has. They've definitely kept that ball in the zone, kept the pressure on for quite some time now. Obviously, defensively, when they need to be there, they're standing up on that goal line. It's definitely been showing.
Definitely been showing, indeed, as now we're going to see a little bit of an awkward touch from Pumpkin here. Appreciate all the guys coming in chat. Appreciate all the follows and all the subs. Really love the support, boys, as we are trying to grow, and your love and support is always appreciated. As we're getting back into this game, Z-Wills with a shot. It's going to go bar down. Good response from Z-Wills, the captain of this team, just getting a fantastic shot, just barred down. And hey, you know what? That's a good statement goal saying, no, you got too early, but we're still in this game.
I absolutely agree. They got plenty of time to tie this game back up and take that lead, so they're not out of it yet.
Dang, we got a lot of people dropping the subs. We really, really appreciate it, guys. Hopefully you are enjoying the content, because I definitely know that. I sure as hell am. More people showing up. We got new subscribers. Appreciate it, boys. Appreciate all the love and support. Honestly, it means the world to us. We're just trying to figure out what the heck we're doing and trying to grow, as we got a minute 40 left in this game. Little Man going to be on this ball. He got 0 boost, so not able to get a good touch on this one. Failure now going to be tossing this one downfield. Z-Wills going to be throwing on net. Can Lefty get a save? He can, but Simi is going to block it away. I think we're getting a little bit more higher pace coming out of Big Brain, just kind of realizing, hey, we're down by 2. We got to step it up. Z-Wills with the shot. It's open, and Z-Wills coming in clutch for his team, tying it up.
That was a huge goal. I know they had time left, like I said earlier, and they really proved that they did not need a lot of time to score that second goal, just 40 seconds later to tie it up, giving them plenty of time to possibly win this game without having to go to overtime.
Plenty of time. I mean, it's always fun to go over overtime. We know we're always here for the content, but good to see some life out of Big Brain. Obviously going down 0-2, especially when if you are losing to a team that is also winless like yourself, it hurts even that much more. As we're seeing Leffy going to be throwing this one up for Little Man. Little Man actually might get an angle with Simi, being very, very speedy in the air. Failure now tossing it downfield, and Leffy just back and forth, just trying to break the deadlock now.
The big demo there. Not much going to come from that, though.
This is up nice and high. Who's going to be taking this one? CRJ getting it past one. It's going to be going mid still. Z-Will's in a very awkward situation. Simi's there for a shot. Is anyone off the backboard? Actually, Pumpkin gets a shot, but he just misses. Failures there. That was such a great opportunity, but just still nothing is happening in these great opportunities. Shot after shot. 30 seconds left. Just anyone from Lorem Ipsum needs to get a decent shot on target.
That was a close one there. Yeah, they're definitely wishing a lot of these shots are going to go. Obviously, that post has been Big Brain's best friend tonight. And unfortunately for Lorem Ipsum, it's not going to bounce their way.
Not going to bounce their way. That's all right. They're getting there. We might be going into overtime with 14 seconds off. That's a miss, though. And actually, Little Man not finding the back of the net. What a good touch as CRJ Pumpkin. I was going to say, Lorem Ipsum has been on the back foot for quite a while now. Big Brain really, really putting on the pressure here, not wanting to go in overtime.
1 second left here. Let's see if they can keep it up. Maybe make something happen here. I'm going to knock that one down right away.
This ball does drop, and we have game one overtime starting really early. Love to see it. We're gonna see Leffy actually pre-flip into this one, and Z-Well's in the shot. What a pass! What a finish!
Beautiful setup, beautiful play right there. Quick, done, and easy. Big Brain, they definitely wanted that win. Maybe just a little bit more. Great face-off turn for them.
That was such a clean opening.
It really was.
Like,
I don't think they could ask for a better first game than that.
That was crazy good start. I mean, honestly, that pass from Leffy, just the finish from Z-Wells. He's sitting there, 6 shots, 3 goals. I don't know what it is about it tonight, but honestly, very, very impressive start from him. So we'll see how Lorem Ipsum, again, who's given up 3 unanswered goals. That was them. They kind of threw game 1, so now it's a question of how do they bounce back here in game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after those first 2 goals, it seemed like that pressure kind of slowly faded away once Big Brain got that first one, and then that second one, you could tell Big Brain kind of flipped that switch and realized that they could maintain some control over it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they are setting up here. Now, one thing I want to point out is Lorem Ipsum, every one of their players sitting with 2 shots apiece. No one really standing out in the points department here, but versus Big Brain, Z-Wells was just phenomenal so far. And we can't, obviously put out Little Leffy or Little Man, who did very, very well supporting that one, getting both of them with an assist and shots of their own. So the question is now, going into game 2, if you're Lorem Ipsum again, this is your best chance to take this series. It's against a team that is, on paper kind of the same as you guys, just cannot find a win of the season. And giving up, 3 unanswered goals is just very, very tough on the mind. So we'll see as we get into game 2 if we're going to see any changes coming out of Lorem Ipsum here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if they can keep that pressure up that they had in the first half of the last game, I think they can hold some control here. And hopefully for them, keep that control and maybe win game 2.
Guys in chat saying, bear down, lock in. You are absolutely right. You guys got to get it done early, because if you go down 0-2 right now, it's going to be very difficult. As Leffy trying to get the scoring going. Again, I thought they were just going to keep their ball rolling from last game.
Yeah, no, it looked like they were about to nail one right off the beginning there, but Simi definitely stepped up and make that big save to keep that game locked 0-0.
Game locked 0-0 is not something neither one of these teams want to be seeing here, as Pumpkin, who, one thing I want to point out is that Pumpkin and Leffy are both on the South Dakota School of Mines varsity team, so maybe a little bit of rivalry between these two. Obviously, both of them sitting at 0-4, so not where they want to be in the season, but of course, they really want to win, especially against each other.
I mean, absolutely. Obviously, I don't have the ability to play against my teammate Blasky, but if I did, I would make sure I would do whatever I had to do to win. That's all I'm saying.
Gotta do what you gotta do to get it going here, as we're gonna see Leffy and Simi actually getting a little awkward here. Leffy just trying to get some boost, trying to find the corner. He does find the corner, wants to turn on this one, but Pumpkin being just a little bit of a nuisance here. Leffy's got a 1-on-1 opportunity with Simi, going for an air dribble. Can he get it around 1? It's gonna go high, but Simi getting a great touch, but danger still here. Little Man, no, not boost to follow up, and Pumpkin clearing it away.
Another big save there by Simi. He's held this game at 0-0 again. Hopefully we can see his teammates continue to assist him and make sure he's not the only one sitting on that back line keeping him in this one.
Oh, this is awkward, though, as Little Man does get it through. Leffy maybe looking for a pass to Z-Wells, but Z-Wells sitting in net. Leffy just kind of throwing that ball away, but 3:30 on the clock here. We've yet to find the opening goal. Simi looking for something here. He had 2 pretty early in the last game, but so far after that's been shut out.
Yeah, he's been definitely staying back this game, playing a bit more defensive. I think that comes from the fact that they did get 3 unanswered goals scored on him, and I don't think he wants to see that happen again here.
One thing I want to point out is the last time I casted him, we saw Z-Wells going for a lot of flip resets, a lot of mechanical plays, and honestly, none of them really were coming to fruition. And we saw all 3 goals so far that were scored were not super mechanical plays, just, good shots on net, good aerial control. And that is how I think Z-Wells is going to really succeed, is not going for the super high flashy mechanics. So far so good, but now again, just waiting for the deadlock to break, as we're going to see one Little Man shoot it, but Z-Wells not there for the follow, and now Leffy just trying to hold it down in the mid.
Yeah, no, I mean, the flashy mechanical stuff, it looks cool, but it's not always the best option. I mean, majority of the time, that positional stuff, it pays off.
Blasky donating $5 saying, no shot. Alex is talking about beating him on stream, but we're both named Alex, so not really sure which one he's talking to be honest with you. But either way, we'll just have to guess what's happening here. But either way, 2:20 on the clock. Blasky, appreciate the donation, my good sir. As Failure not going to get a good touch to the corner. Again, the deadlock still stands. Leffy now trying to break it, getting a good pass down, but no one was there early. Actually, Z wasn't Leffy. Awkwardness. I thought for sure that should have been put away.
I definitely thought they were going to bury one there, but unfortunately, 2 misses. Going to come up with nothing for each team.
Failure now tossing this one mid. Simi's there for the shot, and he finds it.
He finishes it.
I was a little scared for that, not going to lie, but in the end, the goal does go in.
like I was saying, I wanted to see Failure set some people up, you know, become that all-star that Lorem Ipsum needed, and there he is, setting up a gorgeous goal. Simi almost crossbarred out, but it went in, and that's really all that matters.
All that matters indeed, as the deadlock is finally here, as we need Lorem Ipsum really needs to get back into the series. Again, I mean, last game I thought it was all Big Ray, and so far this game it's, you know, been pretty, you know, laid back, just trying to figure each other out. So we haven't seen anyone step up in this game like we saw Z-Will step up last game. Simi trying to change that narrative though, as he's really pushing up, but that's a good counterattack. They are now tossing it up high, but that's not the best clear. Z-Will is now tossing it mid. Because anyone finish this one? The net is, that would have been a good shot, but still Little Man not able to finish.
They definitely got lucky there. That ball should have been in that back of the net. Nobody was there.
So we see now Leffy going to be tossing this one nice and high and just going to be floating. Failure just had to double commit though, and Simi has to bail him out again. They're really, really relying heavily on Simi to help him get through this.
Yeah, defensively, Simi's been their guy this entire match, it seems like, and I think he'd like to see his teammates hopefully step up and assist him on that back line just a little bit more, because they've definitely been getting bailed out, and I think he's going to be a big part of the reason they're going to be winning this game today.
As we were talking about Simi, but Pumpkin finally getting involved off of a good assist from Simi, beating one, and then Z-Will was probably not expecting Pumpkin coming in out of nowhere from his POV, and that's going to be 2-0 again to Lorem Ipsum, but remember, this happened exactly in game one, and they did have 3 unanswered goals to go against them, so definitely don't count out Big Brain.
No, I don't think you can. I think Big Brain definitely steps up when they need to, as they did last game. You know, they realized they were down 2, and they buried 2 real quick, so maybe they can do that again. They got a little bit of time.
Appreciate Blasky giving a tier 1 sub to Monkey. I know Monkey talked about, you know, his little young kid doesn't quite have a job, but honestly, you watching is a ton of support, so Blasky, appreciate you, my good sir, giving him a sub, and appreciate everyone who is tuning in tonight, making this one heck of a night to remember, as we are looking to go to game 3, as Lorem Ipsum just trying to hold on, and Z-Will is looking for an insane redirect, but Simi going to be shutting this one down, and 20 seconds left. It's looking like Lorem Ipsum's had been a pretty good spot.
I mean, Simi's sitting there with 4 saves. Like I said, he's really been holding his team in this game now, and it looks like it might be a big reason they're going to take this one here. I don't want to say anything right now, but I think they might have this one.
In my unbiased opinion, think that is an excellent statement, and I do think you're going to be right.
I don't want to be that guy, but I just don't see 3 goals in 5 seconds. I'm not saying it's impossible. It is.
I kind of want to see him try it now, not going to lie, just to see if they could get 3 goals in 5 seconds, because I don't know what's possible, but either way, all jokes aside, it's going to be Lorem Ipsum tying up this series, so a lot of life coming out of them, as Big Brain did get shut down. Z-Will's not able to find the back of the net, and we are at least going to be going to a game 4 here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a big game for Lorem Ipsum. Like I said, Lorem Ipsum in 4, I'd like to see them take the next 2 games. I think that'd be awesome for them.
I definitely gotta agree. So now we're going to be looking at the scoreboard, and the biggest shocker, Z-Will, who went from dropping almost like 700 points, 3 goals, 6 shots, going to be sitting 0 goals, 1 shot, not even 200 points on the board. But now it's Simi swapping roles. Now he's the one dropping 600 points.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see that. Big flip there. Like I said, Simi with 4 big saves, a goal, 2 assists. He really was a huge team player, and Pumpkin obviously scoring those 2 goals to really make sure they got that. Z-Will's kind of surprised to see him at the bottom.
Yeah, again, I kind of alluded to it earlier. He was going for a lot of really mechanical plays that they just weren't happening. And, you know, sometimes you got to realize, hey, mechanics aren't working. That's fine, whatever. But, like, Leffy's passes to him last game and just, you know, Little Man coming in, I think they really work better as a team. It's not going to be one of those standout players. I think it just has to be working off passes, working off some demos. You know, we saw that Z-Wills is the most demoed person in the league, and we haven't really seen demos play a factor so far. So maybe going into later in the series, that'll actually be, you know, coming to fruition more.
Yeah, I think we'll see how this plays out here. We'll see. Game 3 now.
Game 3 indeed. I've got this going 5. So far they are following the script, which is good.
They're following the script, but they're also following the script for my 4-game prediction for Lorem Ipsum. So I'm not wrong yet.
Not wrong yet. Not wrong yet. Appreciate you guys tuning in as hello? Okay, I guess we're leaving.
All right, well, GG. Looks like Lorem Ipsum's going to take the series then.
Remake, I guess. I don't know what happened, but we will just quickly jump back into it. Apologize about that, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. No one tells me anything. I just, you know, Z-Wills,
We have
sorry, was looking at my phone. Bruh.
Personally, I would have just gone for the kickoff regardless of how late.
Oh, I love that. Either way, all right. Anyway, and now we're serious. Now we're getting back into it. Now it's serious. Game 3. Yeah, focus up, boys. Focusing up here for game 3. A little bit of a better start than last time as we see they're losing the kickoff decently hard, and Little Man going for this one with Leffy, but Z-Wells banging it downfield. Again, I'm really looking for Z-Wells to step up early, and I could not have timed that better, but then, of course, Simi had to be godlike on defense so far.
Was it that, or was it a caster curse, K-Tool?
Don't get me started on caster curses, dude. It is pretty bad what has happened in the past. I know a lot of people in chat have been unfortunate enough to be receive one of my caster curses.
And watermelon smell weird.
I mean, I know I unfortunately have received one of the caster curses. Since you have not casted our games in a while, we have gone 3-0 since our last cast.
Oh, so it's my fault is what you're saying.
I would like to say it might be, yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? If anyone wants, to bribe me, I will caster curse certain teams. My DMs are open. Z-Will's gonna be putting this one through. And Blasky, appreciate the another $5, my good sir. Saying that some people are smelling bad. Not sure if that's pretty nice and stuff, but we'll see if there's any retaliation. But either way, back into the game as we are now over a minute in. And again, so now last game we saw almost 4 minutes before a single goal was scored. We'll see if we kind of have that same narrative following that no one wants to score for the longest time, at least till like a minute left.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I like to say, Blasky, he's out here donating $10 now so far, and he tried to get me to pay for his Chipotle the other day, saying that he was broke. I don't know where this $10 is coming from, but...
I mean, if he wants to give another 10, I'm not going to complain or anything, but either way, getting back into this is now we are 3.5 in, and honestly, it's kind of been a pretty boring game. Like, we haven't really had any shots. There hasn't really been any close counters. Are we seeing some demos finally coming out? And Simi, that's going to be a wide open net. Can Pumpkin get the angle? He cannot. It was very tricky. Still wide, but that's going to be tough for him. As you know, he has so much time to shoot that, but the angle made it almost impossible as Zebo's going to be missing that one with Failure. And now a triple commit. TRJ, Pumpkin, Simi, and Failure. Everyone's got this. Can anyone find the back of the net? Now we've got a counterattack going the other way. This is very dangerous. Zebo's going to be popping it over one and carrying it all the way, but Pumpkin on the goal line. This is insanity.
I was going to say, it's been very back and forth, but until now, the game, the speed really picked up almost out of nowhere.
Almost out of nowhere indeed, as we're seeing Blasky with another donation.
Act broke, stay rich.
Act broke, stay rich. Well, you know what? I think you might have to owe some people Chipotle then if you're going to keep donating, my good sir. But either way, it's appreciated. Leffy going for a double tap. Can he find the angle? Almost an own goal failure. Oh my god, I thought that was going to be breaking it there as Failure almost getting an own goal, and now an instant turnaround. Simi finding the upper corner, and what a turnaround all the way down the field.
Huge turnaround. That goal, almost own goal on their own net. Just turn around and take it all the way up and score. I think, like I said, it says a lot about Lorem Ipsum and what they can do as a team. You never know what you're going to get except for success.
Oh, makes it very interesting just out of nowhere. I thought for sure that Lorem Ipsum were going to be dropping this one, as we're going to see Leffy just saying, you know what, yeah, they scored, okay, cool for you, I'm going to tie it right back up. So just ignore the last 15 seconds, now we're just back to a tied game.
Back to a tied game, back to that back and forth intensity. Might be another 2 minutes till we see another goal, but I'm perfectly okay with that.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to complain about that at all, as we're seeing Leffy getting a good pinch goal again right underneath the defender, as Leffy... we haven't called his name too much, as obviously in game 1 it was Z-Wales, but now I'm looking for Z-Wales to get a good goal line save here as he does, but Little Man does jump, but then gets deleted for his efforts. So one thing to look out though is I want to see some demo goals coming, as we're seeing Little Man getting a good touch here, but that's going to be, it's such a good opportunity for Pumpkin. Can Z-Wales get the turnaround? And now it is Z-Wales with an opportunity that Pumpkin should have shut the door on. Lorem Ipsum now swaps the other way.
Yeah, no, tough to see. I thought Simi might have been able to get back for that one, but unfortunately Z-Wills is just faster. I'm sure it's nice for him to be back on that score sheet. His last game was kind of a little empty for him, so I think he's definitely feeling a bit better after that one.
Definitely feeling a bit better indeed, as we are now seeing, again, a 2-goal swing from Big Brain. We might see a 3-goal swing, who knows, but they do seem to struggle with early leads. Does not matter. They just seem to give up stupid goals that, like I said, Pumpkin had a great opportunity, just not able to find the back of the net, as we're going to see now Simi going for those aerial plays, but not a lot of boost to work with. Now Pumpkin going to be throwing it downfield. Gonna probably get this corner boost as well as Zewo's gonna throw it downfield as anyone up to follow. Simi is up early. Maybe going for a double. Maybe going for a ground pitch up and over anyone. The net is open. Is anyone there to finish? No one's gonna be following. And again, another wasted opportunity for Lorem Ipsum.
Yeah, it's definitely, what, 2-3 times now this game where nobody's really been there to finish that almost free goal, essentially. And I think that's really going to come back to bite them if they end up going down this game.
Pumpkin now throwing this one right up to Zewo's. That's going to be going on target. Failure getting a good long save, but Leffy right back on target. Zewo's out of nowhere from the heavens actually saving it. It was going in completely. We'll see if that's going to bite him here in the end.
That might be one of the biggest saves we've seen this entire series, and I think Z-Wells is going to be thinking about that one probably for the rest of the game.
That was not a big brain play.
Ipsum buries another one. I wouldn't say so, and maybe the name's ironic. I don't know.
Pumpkin now getting a good pass to Simi. Simi going for the shot, and that is going to find the back of the net. Simi off a pass from Pumpkin, just as we saw Z-Wells get down up from Leffy, getting one and sliding it in himself.
Z-Wells has definitely got to be kicking himself after saving that one, because now the game is tied 2-2. It was inches from being 3-1.
Well, yeah, they had the opportunity. You can't even take inches. It was going in the middle of the net, and I don't know if he's just like, oh, I'm just going to meme and try to get the touch here. It so easily should be 3-1. If Lorem Ipsum win this game, Big Brain, I don't know if they're mentally going to be able to get a comeback because they absolutely should have won this game.
No, I think there might be some free agency for Z-Wells after this game if that is the case.
Z-Wells now going to be throwing this one on target, but blocked away from Failure. Now, Simi and Little Man. Simi getting this one out center. Failure's actually up for this one. Z-Wells coming back. It's off the back wall. Can Pumpkin get a decent touch? We got 2 seconds left as this ball is going to fall. And as soon as it hits the ground, we are going back to overtime. But Pumpkin not wanting to force it as he's trying to get it going. Can he get a touch off the corner? Yes, he does. Is anyone there to finish? Little Man shutting it down, and back to overtime we go.
Very, very close with them. They almost had one there at the end, but maybe they're just waiting for overtime.
Just waiting for overtime, of course, as Little Man now throwing this one downfield. Who is going to be the MVP? Who is going to come in clutch when his team needs him and get him to match point?
Right, I know Big Brain took that last overtime very quick, but it looks like Lorem Ipsum's not going to be allowing that. Getting a huge clear there.
We got Pumpkin versus Leffy, but actually Z-Wells now coming in out of nowhere. So we're going to see Failure misses, Little Man misses, everyone missing. The net's actually open for a second. It's a 2v1. Z-Wells going in the air, not getting a good touch again. Going for the mechanical plays when sometimes I think just a good hard shot on target would do better.
Absolutely. I know there really wasn't anybody back in that goal position. I know they were kind of mid-rotation. I think if he would have had the chance to just get a nice hard shot there, that might have sealed the deal.
Z-Wells, again, might be kicking himself depending how the outcome of this game comes, as Leffy's going to be getting it over Simi. Can he get a double here? It's actually, Little Man got a bump. The opportunity is there, but Failure again. Just swatting it away. We're just not seeing the final shots coming out from Big Brain that have any power.
No, not really at all. Unfortunate miss there from Pumpkin, but not really much being produced here early in the overtime.
Failure going to be tossing this one. Going for a bump of his own. The net is open. Is anyone there? Pumpkin getting blocked from Little Man. Now Leffy going to be going. He's got a counterattack. It is a 1v1. Him and Failure. Going for the ground pitch again. And again, Leffy finds the back of the net.
That's his second ground pinch today. No, obviously it's a shot he's comfortable with, and it's worked every time.
I mean, you just got to, like Pumpkin said, you just got to say nice shot as, again, the ground pinch gets him the win. And now what's interesting, which I don't think we were saying, is Big Brain on match point and Z-Wells and Leffy. Leffy, 800 points. They're putting up 10 shots between them. Little Man holding it down, but Lorem Ipsum, again, 13 shots. The Lorem Ipsum actually has more shots, but just didn't fall for them. So, you know what? Z-Wells, he did save that shot, but apparently it doesn't matter because eventually in the end, they did take the win.
I think he was just setting up so let Leffy had the opportunity to score some style points. I think that might have been what he was doing. I don't know.
Teams talking a little trash. Pumpkin calling out Leffy. What, that was such an insane shot. Why can't you do that normally on our team? But maybe Leffy was just waiting to do it against his own teammate. As now we are going to see Leffy on match point with the rest of his team, just trying to get it going here, as we are going to see Big Brain for the first time in a long time, a great opportunity to take the series.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, haven't watched a lot of Div A, so have not seen these two teams play yet, but I can imagine Big Brain's really looking to seal the deal in this last game here. Hopefully not go to Game 5.
No, they have to. I called Game 5. That's what the script says. So honestly, we can skip this game. We already know Lorem Ipsum's going to win.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. Like I said, I'm an underdog guy. There's no real underdog except for in the predictions, and Lorem Ipsum is my team.
As we see now, Failure actually getting called off by Simi. Not sure if I like that. Simi's going, oh, what a banger, what a pitch. Off the hood, Leffy now getting a shot, but Pumpkin and Simi double teaming on that one. Now it's a counterattack going. His little man up for this one. He gets a great touch to the corner to relieve the pressure, and just back and forth, boomer ball we go.
Yeah, definitely. Like the last couple games have been, it's very back and forth for the first couple minutes. The team buries, and then the pressure kind of flips for one of the teams. And you see a lot more pressure come out after that first goal. Until then, it's always just a lot of back and forth, not a lot of consistent pressure.
Little man now tossing this one downfield. Leffy getting an awkward side flip, getting a pretty big miss on that one, but Z-Wells coming in with the demo. Maybe sick of being the most demo person in the entire league, as Simi gonna be throwing. That one was open, but again, just not getting the shots on target, as we're gonna see Failure coming in, buying his team just a little bit of time as Pumpkin now tossing this one downfield, and again, waiting quite a while before anyone wants to break the 0-0 deadlock.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see Lorem Ipsum bury one here, but no one's really put that to work yet.
Now we're going to see a double commit. Little man might actually get this one on target. It's going up high. Is anyone there to follow this one? Z-Wheels is up. Pumpkin is up. Now we see Leffy going to be following this one, getting a touch off the corner, but not the best center, as Simi is going to bang this one away. And we're just getting, it's just a lot of boomer ball back and forth. I've yet to really see a calculated play coming out of Lorem Ipsum. We saw some really good passing plays in game 2, which they did take, but since then, it's kind of just been a lot of solo plays and just banging the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like when they get those passing plays, get those infield passes and those nice pop-up plays, they're able to produce some beautiful shots and some beautiful goals and get some to go their way. But like you were saying, when it's just kind of the back and forth solo mechanical, whoever, trying to be that standout guy, not a lot really comes from that.
Not
for
a
either
lot,
team,
indeed. It's now we're halfway through. Fair getting a really good air dribble. Going to be going all the way down to the pitch. It's going to be an awkward bounce for Z-Wells. Is anyone there to follow? Simi is there, but it's going to pinch up to the corner. Now Z-Wells going to be taking this one nice and high. Probably going to want to follow this one. Not a lot of boost. Going to pop it high and see if anyone can do anything with this one. But Pumpkin, again, just swatting away. Boomer ball back and forth. Leffy now looking for a touch, but again, just swatted away every time.
Just some back and forth Rocket League. Not really a lot to say with this game. A lot of demos, and you know what? I just need to start talking for Lorem Ipsum to score. I think that's just all it was.
I don't know how Failure managed this angle, but Simi getting a demo and through the fire and flames. We do see Failure. We haven't said his name much, and he finally gets on the scoreboard. Again, team needing him. We got to go game 5. I've told him the script, so coming in clutch.
Like I said, right in the beginning, Failure for MVP, needed him to step up one game, score some. That's a big goal for this game. I mean, that might be the goal that keeps them in them. Keeps them in the game.
Yeah,
words are difficult this time of the night.
These have been pretty low-scoring games. Only once we've seen a team reach to 3 goals. Now we're going to see Little Man. Oh, that's going to be an awkward touch. Lack thereof, I should say. Going to be going for a flick on one. Doesn't really get it past one. Simi just taking his time there. We're going to see a boost steal from Leffy. Not going to be able to follow that. But now Pumpkin throwing this one downfield. And Z-Wells and Little Man just awkwardly standing around, not knowing sure who wanted to take that.
No, definitely, potentially a lack of communication going through this game. It's not like many people are calling for a lot of it. That might not be the case. Maybe it's just kind of a misunderstanding. But in cases like that where the ball's sitting there and there's a shot open, you got to have somebody out.
Shot open deep. Pumpkin's going to be popping this one up. And now we're down to our final minute. Can Lorem Ipsum hold on? They need this to go to game 5 and finally get a chance at tasting victory. Now Simi going to probably playing pretty defensive. Leffy now looking for a shot, but a fantastic clear. That's going to buy so much time.
Failure, possibly getting 2 there. Just going to go off the post, unfortunately.
Z-Wells tossing this one over. I like to see it happen. I like to see some more goals. Z-Wells going to be getting an awkward touch here. And 40 seconds left. It really is do or die for Big Brain. But again, they do have one more lifeline, as they are, in fact, on match point. It is Lorem Ipsum who have no more lifelines. They want to see game 5. They want to see victory in this series, and just so close to getting there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it looks like even in this last minute, you've been seeing Simi stay back a lot more. That one's going to be lucky for Lorem Ipsum going off the post there. But you've been seeing Simi stay back in those rotations. Definitely playing a lot more defenses.
He's going to get this boost. He's going to go back wall. He's going to get boost and go back wall. That's all he's going to do. 10 seconds left. It's sometimes the one goal is all you need. Is Failure coming in clutch. Simi and Failure now double committing this one. Leffy now. Just awkwardness coming from anyone. Going for a bump. Just trying to get it to the sidewall and get a solo play going. But no boost coming Zeals actually gets it mid. Leffy's got a great opportunity. Can he find the back of the net? Off the post and down. Ooh. And game 5, here we come.
Like I was saying right off the bat, we needed something huge from failure, and I think that game was that MVP game. That game might be the turn of the series for Lorem Ipsum to take game 5 here.
One thing I want to point out, Simi, he's top of the scoreboard with 0 goals, 0 shots. It's failure actually stepping up in the shots department, and I'm really curious, guys. Who do you think is going to be taking this one? You guys can put in chat who you guys is going to be taking game 5. I had my predictions of Big Brain taking this one, but I mean, little man Leffy and Z-Wheels again. Z-Wheels, he barely broke 100. My man is literally pops off one game and then goes silent the next game. So, I mean, just technically speaking, he should pop off this game, right?
Based on the trend that we've been seeing, you would hope for Big Brain that he will. But that's also inconsistency, and there's also a possibility that he just doesn't, and he plays the mid guy this 5th game. So, I don't know. I'm going Lorem Ipsum. I can't put too much on Big Brain. I had Lorem Ipsum. I gotta stick with it.
I like it. I respect it. I respect it. Either way, no matter who wins this game, it'll be the first time either of these teams have won a single series this season. They are so incredibly close to victory, but we do have an entire game in front of them to play first. So, as we get into game 5, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of nerves going, so the question is, who can handle them the best?
Absolutely. I know that game 4, I think Big Brain definitely wanted to close them out. Maybe it was the nerves that really held them off from closing that in game 4, but got game 5 here, so let's see how this plays out.
Oh, Pumpkin. Is he going to go all the way? He actually is. How did he have enough time for this? He started basically in his back corner. And Z-Wheel's up and over him. Leffy ended up going for a mid-boost. And what an opening goal. Lorem Ipsum scoring 15 seconds in.
Yeah, no, that was huge. It definitely looked like Z-Wheel's possibly had the opportunity to challenge him, but just got to let him go right past him with that ball. I don't know. Love to see it, though.
I'm not really sure what happened there, but either way, Z-Wheel's not going to be challenged this one really early. Pumpkin maybe looking for another one. Leffy popping this one very high, but in a dangerous spot. Has to call for Little Man. And already seeing a lot of nerves coming out of Big Brain.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like they might be getting 2 here, and they will. Pumpkin stepping up this game, getting 2 really fast goals here.
I am really impressed. Failure actually finding angles. Z-Wheel's just in such a tough spot. His wheels hanging from the crossbar. And I don't know where this Lorem Ipsum team is, but they are on a warpath right now.
They really are. And I want to say it might just be the nerves in Big Brain. They have 4 minutes. 2 goals. It's not like a 2-goal deficit. It's something that they haven't been able to conquer before.
Oh, absolutely. We saw game 1, Big Brain, came down after being, or came back by 3 unanswered goals. So
yeah.
Definitely we can see him do it again. But I need to see the offensive start early as Z-Wheels really got to get going. Again, his team relies heavily on Z-Wheels and Leffy. And last game, Z-Wheels barely dropped 100. So they really need him to step up here.
They really do. And early games so far, it doesn't look like Z-Wheels is really in his groove right now.
Z-Wheels, we say that going up early. Is anyone there for the follow? As no, he's not. And that is going to be a counterattack. And Leffy get back to that one. Pumpkin going to be put in that one. And it's going to get tossed in by Simi. 3 goals back to back to back for Lorem Ipsum.
Huge 50 there by Pumpkin. That 50 alone definitely just created that 3rd goal opportunity. And they're up 3 now.
Well, what's interesting is, so far, these 3 goals aren't pretty. It's literally a full, carry, and it's just, they have not been pretty, so I don't know what's going on, but Big Brain falling apart at the seams on defense.
Yeah, it absolutely does seem like that. They got time, but this is also probably the most goals we've seen out of Lorem Ipsum this entire series. So,
it is,
I think they might really want this win, and I think that's possibly what it is. Pumpkin's really been stepping up this game. I like what I'm seeing out of him.
Yeah, that's really true. Pumpkin now passing it over. Simi going to be fine in the corner, but Leffy getting a good goal line save here, saying we're not done yet, but they need a lot going their way. First, as we're going to see Zeos and Leffy. Again, it's getting ugly on defense. We're seeing the comms break down. They got to hold it together. There's plenty of time left. 3 goals in 3 minutes is absolutely doable. You got to stay composed. Absolutely. That is not staying composed.
No, it's not. Lorem Ipsum, they need their composure to close this one out. Big Brain's going to need something huge to turn this entire game around, and hopefully they get something started here soon. Otherwise, Lorem Ipsum might take them on a 3-0 game here.
As we're going to see Z-Wells now tossing this one forward, but again, not playing the best here. But one thing you got to think about too, Lorem Ipsum does not need to push. They can absolutely just sit back and play defense, and I absolutely expect them to do just that. Don't need to push Simi, Simi and Pumpkin. I expect them just to absolutely hold down the fort. No reason to push for offense. Let them take their shots.
Absolutely. And Simi's been doing that since when they catch a lead. He's been really good at sticking on that goal line and keep them in the lead when they need it. And it really looks like they might be falling back to that same strategy here, kind of lessening the attack and just holding that lead here for the next 2 minutes.
Desperation time. I think desperation time is already here. Z-Wells, can he get the pre-flip? He does! But failure there. That's such a tough one. You're getting a good shot. Pre-flip is there. Really crisp mechanics coming out of Z-Wells. But again, nothing gonna come to fruition as we see the clock tick down. Minute 45 and just Big Brain, their hopes are dwindling.
They really are. That demo there, like I said, just stopped an entire opportunity. But again, they're not going for the big clears. They're just kind of controlling the ball, controlling Big Brain's attack is kind of how it feels.
Big Brain, not really sure what to do here. Zebo's tossing this one on the back ball. You can see Simi just waiting in net. Failure waiting in net. Just deep rotations. They don't need to push. They are just taking on shot after shot, but still, nothing finding the back of the net with just a minute left. Big Brain, they got to start coming up with a miracle play because right now it is a struggle bus.
Absolutely. I mean, it definitely seems like they've had a really hard time just connecting with any sort of shot. A lot of posts this game, and just a lot of balls not going ideally where they're wanting them.
We see now Leffy going to be taking a 50 here. Z-Wells with a good backflip here. I will say, if we see another goal come out of Lorem Ipsum, it is going to be GG, well played. As Simeon now has got 0 boost. Pumpkin now taking a good shot. It's going to be high. Is anyone there to follow? Failure is up. Can he get this on target? And he can! And Failure now stepping up. 44 seconds left on the clock. I don't know if Big Brain can do it.
I think Failure might have just sealed the deal right there. 44 seconds. They're going to need 4 goals. That's a goal every 11 seconds. That's practically 4 kickoff goals.
A goal every 11 seconds. I mean, I'm calling it here. I don't think Big Brain's going to be doing it here. I mean, absolutely huge props to Lorem Ipsum stepping up in Game 5. We thought they might be down and out as that one is going to ice it. And we are going to see Lorem Ipsum taking their first win of the season here.
Yeah, they got to be feeling real good after that last goal. You know the feeling. You get that last goal to really just seal the deal, and you know you've finally gotten that win of the season, and they have to be feeling really, really good.
Feeling good. I mean, again, one thing I want to point out is Big Brain. They played so well last game, last 2 games ago, and then just I don't know what happened. They fell apart. This team right here, Lorem Ipsum, is not the team that ended up losing 2 games to Big Brain. I don't know if they just swapped or something, but it's kind of crazy, just like the highs and lows that each team is having. Is who plays better in each game, because the consistency is clearly not there from either of these teams. But congrats to Lorem Ipsum in Game 5, stepping up when they needed it, and absolutely stomping Big Brain in Game 5.
Absolutely, it seemed like that win in Game 4 to force Game 5 for Lorem Ipsum really kind of set a confidence booster for the team, kind of giving them okay, maybe we can actually take this series, because again, low scoring game to turn around and put 5 away in this one. It's definitely a big flip in games.
Big flip in games indeed, and it's interesting. Simi, Failure, and Sierra de Pumpkin, who have worked very hard, had a lot of losses, but in the end, finally getting their first win of the season here.
Yeah, gotta feel good. Gotta feel good. Wasn't according to my Lorem Ipsum in 4, but
that's all right. We're
5 is close enough to 4.
We are getting there, and what is interesting is we are going to we're actually going to be able to do a player interview with the players of Lorem Ipsum, which we have not been able to do all season because, they haven't actually had a win. But that's going to be very interesting to see, get to talk to these players and see how getting a win actually feels. So are you ready to go and talk to these players?
I am ready. I can't imagine. They're probably pretty excited.
All right. Hopefully you're in Ninjas. We will hop over and see what these guys are doing. All right. Hello. How's it going, guys?
It's going good. How was casting?
Casting was good. I gotta ask, how does it feel to finally be on the screen, to actually have your player interview? You guys finally got your first win of the season.
It feels so good just to get a win for once. Like, we have been in such a dry spell, but now we finally get.
I don't have any sympathy for you. I'm sorry.
It feels so nice, and I'm gonna do the same thing to you when I play you.
I knew that was coming. I gotta ask, and Pumpkin, just kind of how are you feeling tonight, and just what was your role that you did tonight to finally push your team to get a dub?
To be fair, at the start, I was kind of rusty. I was playing more behind. I was like not going for anything, basically leaving everything to those two guys to do everything, basically. But later, I kind of picked up the pace as well, and it worked out as you saw in the last game.
Worked out. Yeah, I thought you guys were honestly down and out as you guys, had match point going the other way, but you guys clutched it out the last 2 games. I'm curious on Watermelon, what questions you guys have for these boys?
Yeah, Kate, so like you were saying, thought you were down and out in Game 4. Obviously, failure with a huge goal to set a precedence for what you guys are able to do as a team in Game 4 to kind of keep you guys in there. What were your guys' mindsets after winning that Game 4 with that really, really small margin going into Game 5?
I mean, I was definitely nervous going into Game 4, and especially like all throughout Game 4. And failure just getting that crazy angle from the corner, that really like helped us get out of like our like mental rut that we were kind of in that game. And so like going into Game 5, we were like, we know we can beat these guys. Like we have the talent to do it, and so that's what kind of really pushed us in Game 5 for sure.
I like it. I like it. So now you guys got a taste of victory. You guys have, a couple more games, which is plenty of time to turn a season around. So I'm curious, now that you guys have a win, do you guys have any different game plans, going in? Did you guys do anything different, or is it kind of just, well, it's the same old, and hopefully it'll keep working?
Well, we're probably going to do the same old. I mean, we know all the mistakes that we do most of the times, and we just always start to work on them. And, we always get together, play together, and just learn each other play styles. I mean, it is a bit difficult considering all 3 of us are from different schools. So, it's kind of hard when it comes to those senses. But I think we're getting there. It's a slow start.
I definitely feel like I'm learning how these guys rotate a lot better. I'm actually taking a more defensive role than
we noticed big time.
Do.
There was a couple times you just sat in net for just 30 seconds straight and just let them go ball chase, which is not what you normally do.
That is not what I normally do, but it's kind of the way that it works. I wasn't, when we started the season, I didn't know how these guys rotated, but now since we're getting into the groove of it, I'm definitely taking more defensive role, which is fine because it allows us to relieve pressure and then get boost and then go and score. So,
gotcha. Watermelon, you got any last questions for these boys?
Not really that I can think of. No. Enjoy the first win though, guys. It was really fun to watch, fun to cast my first game. So. Yeah,
I will say best of luck. Not this week necessarily, but after that, you guys can get your win. Let me. You guys got your win. Let me have mine. Okay, it's only fair to share the wealth and everything.
You can't get a win. You can't get a win.
Yeah.
Either way, but I appreciate you guys coming here. Congratulations on the first win, and hopefully you guys can keep the ball rolling here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finally ended up talking to those boys, which it has been quite a while since we'd actually had them on here. As they decided, losing is, kind of their way of life right now. But they got their win, which is, huge props to them. It has been a while. Definitely tricky. But I gotta ask, did you expect, that finish there in Game 5 to be that dominant?
Not at all. After watching, like I said, words, they're hard right now. After watching the Game 4 and that 1-0 game, it was kind of, I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, like you said, you kind of thought maybe Z-Wells was going to pop off, put a few away, but you didn't really see that out of Big Brain.
Yeah.
Then 5 goals out of Lorem Ipsum was just
it was kind of nuts, to be honest, but I'm all here for it.
It really was.
We saw one team get their first win, but we are not done for tonight, as we are going to go from the bottom 2 teams to some of the highest teams we have, with the number 1 team, Monkeys, taking out the number 3, Purple, coming in. So we're going to go to a little bit of an intermission. You guys can enjoy one of the player spotlights videos that our wonderful president Trey has put on. You will get the game set up. You guys enjoy the video, and we'll see you guys in just a sec.